Hello and welcome, guys. I am Trucker Rudi. I am hoping that you guys are going to be joining my live show today. Um, had no video here for last Sunday, so I figured, you know what, we're just going to do a little bit of a live show then today. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. I know I am. I'm just sharing all these links here so that everybody can see that we are now live. So yeah, so let's check this out and see if we are actually going to be live. It's going to test this out and see if this actually works. Yeah, let's give this a try. Let's see. I'm really hoping that we're actually going to be live. Alright, let's see here. Can anybody hear me alright today? Yeah, let's give this a try here. It doesn't look like it's coming in. Oh, there we go. No, it looks like we are in. Yes, indeed we are. Yeah, Yep, sounds like we are definitely in, that's for sure. So we'll have to give that a try and see. Oh, Scott, looks like you have made it in. That's what it looks like. Hey, Scott, how are you doing today? Yeah, got me everything set up here today. I think it sounds good. Let me know if the sound sounds all right. Yeah, if you could come in there and comment a little bit and see what you think. If you can hear me, let me see if I have this live chat here don't appear to be working. All right, maybe nobody's leaving any comments yet, I guess, but yeah, it's a little cloudy up here today in Manitoba. I am at home, and as I promised you guys that hey, hello there, how's it going, buddy? All right, looks like you have made it in there, Tyler. Yes, appreciate that. Yeah, we're just at home, spending the day at home, and figured since we didn't have a video last week, we would do a video today, right? And I figured what better way than to do it as a live show, right? I don't know, I can't seem to get that on my phone here. Let me see if we can get the live show here going on my channel here. So let's see. Just gonna see if I can get it on my phone as well, so that way I know for sure it's working, right? I know Scott said he could get me in. Good Sunday, good afternoon. Sounds good. Oh, that's awesome, Scott. That's fantastic. I think Larry was saying that. Yes, awesome. That's fantastic. Just gonna see if it's actually playing here on my phone. What are you guys up to all today on such a beautiful Sunday? Yeah, let me turn on the volume here and see if I can hear it. What are you guys up to all today? Yeah, that sounds good. I know it's definitely working. Hey there, how's it going, buddy? Team Kenny 99. Where are you from today? Yeah, I'm just sitting here in the living room. The wife went and took a nap. She's a little bit sick. She got the flu or whatever the other day, so yeah, she's not feeling too well, so she's taking a nap, and my son is playing his video game in his room. So yeah, it's just me today. Maybe later on they will decide to come and join us. I hope you guys like that little picture slideshow that I got there in the top right corner there. I hope you guys will like that. I just took a few of my pictures that I've taken over time, and I figured put that into a little bit of a slideshow. You're from St. Louis, Missouri. All right. Yeah, how's the weather over there today? I know up here it's only a couple of degrees above freezing, but it's not too bad. Let me check exactly what it is today. Waiting for NASCAR to start. Hey, you're into NASCAR, eh? I've never been at a NASCAR race. Sorry to hear your wife is not feeling it. Yeah, I know it sucks, being sick and all that. But hopefully, I I don't catch the flu. I really hope that ain't gonna happen. But what can you do if it does, right? But yeah, we got home yesterday afternoon, about 2:30ish. I think we got home yesterday afternoon. So and we got invited to our friend's place in Winnipeg. Yes, for yesterday evening. So we went there and had they were cooking some hamburgers. So we had a nice dinner over there. Oh, that's pretty good. 80 degrees and clear as it can get. Wow, that's awesome. Minnesota's got 60 degrees. Fantastic. I'm usually into Celsius and stuff like that, so my phone was showing +7 Celsius. Let me see what it is today in Fahrenheit. Let me check that out. It's 45 degrees right here in Fahrenheit. So that's not bad, I mean, compared to only a few weeks ago, right? Yeah. I hope Trucker Jukebox is going to be able to tune in here as well. I know he was supposed to go pick up a load today, so hopefully he can get his load. I know he's been sitting for a couple of days, so that's never good, right? Yeah, let me see here. What is our next comment here? Tyler, I would like to know how hard the transition is from being on the road to just sitting at home for someone who wants to become a trucker. Transitions from being on the road to just start sitting at home. Well, I have never experienced that yet, so I don't know. I don't know exactly how that would feel. I've never been into that situation yet, but I'm sure it would be kind of difficult. I'm sure you could probably ask Jerry Ott that. He would probably be able to tell you that a little bit better because he's experienced that, right? He's been a long haul driver, and then he had some health issues, right, with his heart and stuff like that. So he was basically forced to get off the road, right? And so I'm sure that's never an easy thing. I remember the first week in June is truck inspection week. Yeah, I believe it starts, what is it, the 5th through the 7th or something like that? I think that's when the truck inspection week, truck inspection blitz starts. Yes, I believe that's correct. And I've heard that they are going to be checking for tires this year. That's what I've been reading online, that they're sort of focusing on tires this year. So a good thing that we got we got us some new tires this year, right? Well, I mean, the front tires, the steering tires we got last year just before winter, right? But they're still good. I mean, they're maybe a quarter worn off, right? But yeah, so you guys have any questions for me, just go ahead and fire them right at me. What are your thoughts on lease purchase? Well, you know what? I actually did do the same thing with my truck. I did a lease purchase with my truck and the same thing with my APU unit. So I don't see anything wrong with it as long as you read through the fine print and make sure that there's nothing hidden in there, or make sure that you know everything that you're signing, right? To make sure that you know what your agreements are with whomever you do the lease, right? And the way I did it was I was driving for an owner operator, and he offered me to buy the truck off of him, and so I said sure, why not, right? And we made an agreement to buy it, and the truck is all paid for now, so it all went well with me. and I did the same thing with my APU unit. I went and did a lease program through Thermo King, and that all worked out good. I had no issues with that whatsoever. So that was good. I mean, I would do it again if I got the option, and especially for tax purposes up here in Canada, it's a better program if you do a lease purchase or stuff like that, because you can write off 100% of your lease payments for taxes, right? So that's, in my opinion, that's almost a better idea than actually going to purchase it. But I have also heard a lot of companies, especially in the States and stuff like that, that it can be a little difficult. That's why I said make sure you read the fine print, and make sure you know what's in the contract, right, before you actually sign the contract. But yeah, I mean, I figured I would also let you guys know that very near in the future, I think we're going to have a contest, and we're going to do some giveaways. So, what do you guys think of that idea? Is that something you guys would be interested in? Maybe getting some Trucker Rudy stuff. I don't know, for those of you that are new to my channel, I don't know if you guys know that I do have a store, and nobody's actually purchased anything on there, so figured I'd just mention it again, and you guys can check it out. It is right there in my description box, so you guys can always go in there and check it out and see if you guys like anything that you might be in interest of, or if you guys maybe have some ideas on what you guys think that I should put in there, or if I should change something, or should maybe make it a little bit easier, or maybe a little cheaper, make it a more of a simpler design, so that way it would be a little bit cheaper and you guys could afford it. And we got a comment here, so let me see what we got here. Hey, gamer has come in here. I was always wondering which one is better, flying around in the US pilot or driving around the US truck driver. Yes, of course you can get a shout out, and if you haven't noticed, the comments are also being displayed in the live stream there. So anybody that's interested, I'm assuming that you get a gaming channel. If you guys want to watch some game videos, I guess you can check that guy out, right? No problem. We love doing shout outs and stuff like that. And sometimes my son is out here too, and there's a shout outs too, or whatever. Sometimes we will sit all together with me and the wife and my son and my daughter and do live streams, right? Have you given a thought to being a flat? I guess you're talking about flatbed operator. Actually, you know what, Larry? I have been a flatbed driver before. I wasn't an owner operator at that time. It was my first trucking career that I had when I did that, and so I know what flatbed is all about. And hey, nothing wrong with flatbed. I just didn't really enjoy it very much when we had 40 below zero here up here in Winnipeg, and having to strap and tarp the load. Tarp was usually the hardest one. Strapping was not a problem for me, but when you have to tarp a load when it's like 40 below and you got like 20 or 30 mile an hour wind, then it's not so much fun, right? But yeah, so let me know, guys, if you guys would be interested in getting a t-shirt or a hoodie, or we got coffee mugs on our store, or if you guys would be interested in phone case. We got some phone cases out there. Let me actually go to the program here and let me show you guys a little bit on what I'm talking about. So here you can see a little bit of few of the items that we do have in the store. We got a couple of different coffee mugs in there. We got two different iPhone cases and stuff like that. We got hoodies up here. Uh, we got a couple of t-shirts in here. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of stuff in here, but But we do have a few things in here, and if you guys are interested in maybe winning something, maybe you guys could let me know. And because I'm getting very close to 2,000 subscribers, and I figured if I get into hitting that 2,000 subscriber mark, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, maybe a couple of items, maybe one, two, three items or something like that, and maybe doing a little bit of a giveaway when we hit that 2,000 mark. I appreciate you guys always watching my videos and sharing my videos and stuff like that, because that's how we get noticed out there. Like if you guys are sharing the videos and stuff like that, then that's how people find out about me. And so as a thank you giving back to you guys, I would like to give a few items out, whatever you guys are interested in. If you guys are interested in a coffee mug or t-shirt or a hoodie or something like that, I would be very interested in doing a giveaway contest. But anyways, enough of that. I see we got 11 people watching on here. So do you have a website link? Yes, indeed I do. I do have the website link here. Let me just go ahead and get that for you. And I will copy and paste it right into here, so you can get it. Let me just make sure we do this here right. And the link is also in my description box if you guys are interested in looking up my store. My website store is right there. Hey, how's it going, buddy? We got oh, I'm terrible with spelling sometime. My cycle vlogs or something like that. But yeah, all the links are generally in my description box anyway, so if you guys are interested in checking any of them out, I do have the link right there in my description box for my website, where you can check a few items out. And I could probably add more items in there, but since I haven't sold anything, I haven't really been very active on that website and adding more items and stuff like that. And all of the stuff that if you order anything, it doesn't actually go through me. It actually does go directly through that website. So I don't see any of the things that you look at, or if you have, whatever, if you order something or whatever, it comes directly from the website. It doesn't get mailed to me and then mailed to you or something like that. It's a all online service there, so it's a very nice website. I like the website. But and anyways, I figured it was worth mentioning it again, because nobody really has bought anything off of there. Eh? Hello there, how's it going, buddy? Let me actually open up my app, or my live stream on here, so that way I can actually read the comments on here a little bit better. So that way we don't have to bend over every single time, right? Yeah. Who else is sending me something here? Somebody is sending me something here. I don't know who it is, but whatever. We'll have to open up my live stream here, so that way we can see the. Okay, CDN Snow. Hello there. How you doing today? Yes, indeed, it is a beautiful day out here. Do you get choice of loads and destinations? Yes, indeed, I do. Yes, I do. I can usually tell my dispatch which direction I want to go, when I want to go out, if I want to go south or east or west, wherever I want to go. They have an option in our satellite, and we can go in there and tell them when we want to be available and which direction we want to go and when we want to be home. So it's a very nice company that way. What most about driving? What's the worst thing about driving? Um, What do I like most about driving is I'm out there by myself, and I'm my own boss basically. I own the truck and stuff like that. So it just feels awesome to be in your own business truck driver. Like your own truck, and be out there, and you get to see a lot of sceneries and stuff like that. And as me being a YouTuber and stuff like that, I get to meet a lot of awesome people out there on the road, and that's some of the highlights. Like awesome sceneries, and you get to enjoy different climate changes too. Like sometimes it's like right now it's only like 45 degrees up here, and it could be 80 degrees down there in Missouri, like one of my subscribers or one of the viewers here said earlier, right? So if I get a load down there, I get to enjoy some really nice weather and stuff like that. And so that's one of the highlights that you get from being on the road. The downside would be driving in winter when it's terrible snow blizzard and or ice raining, and or the roads get closed, or like you always have to watch for other vehicles. Sometimes they cut you off and stuff like that. So it's challenging out there sometimes, like road rages and stuff like that. It's a common thing out there, and that's something that we truckers have to really keep an eye on. And like some people don't realize when you are in a in a car and you cut a big truck off and you slam on your brakes right away, especially if we have like 80,000 pounds in the box. It is not that easy just to slam on our brakes and be able to stop on time. So those are some of the bad things out there. But other than that, I mean, I do really enjoy driving. It's been a very nice journey with trucking. I've been doing it now for about 9 years, I would say. It's been a good while that I've been driving. I got some other comments on there that I don't see on here. Oh, there we go. Hey, Trucker Eric, how you doing today? In the house. Yes, indeed, I am in the house. That's right. This is my home office, basically. I am in basically in my studio today. How's your channel going? I know you had gotten a shout out there from Indiana Jack the other day. So how's that going for you? I left. If you left your company, what company would you take and choose to be? Honestly, I don't know. I've looked around quite a few times, and haven't really found anything that really interests me yet. I don't know. I don't know if I could actually answer that today. I mean, it's there are so many companies out there and to choose from, and stuff like that. I've always put it in this way. It's every company's got their bad side to them, and every company's got their good side to it, and it's depending on which one can you live with, right? And so that's usually been the way I look at it. And I've looked around over time and listened to other guys talk about how much they make and stuff like that at different companies. And it doesn't really matter where you go. If you're going to do the exact same job, like the dry van, like I do, it's pretty much you make the same amount of money. Now you can make more money if you go into, let's say, to livestock or flatbed or reefer. Then obviously you are going to make a little bit more money. But if you are just going to stick with the same kind of job and go to a different company, yeah, they might have a little different pay structure than maybe Penners has. But at the end of the day, when you add everything up, it's pretty much exactly the same. I mean, some companies they pay you a little higher per mile, but then they don't pay this or they don't pay that or whatever. So at the end of the day, it pretty much comes out to exactly the same. Eric says channel going slow like normal, week behind. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys want to check Eric's channel out, I mean, you can see his name right there, so you can go check him out. He makes trucking videos as well, so definitely go check him out. What's the worst thing about your company? Oh, let me see. Hmm. Man, I would have to give that some thought. I mean, I don't really know if there's anything super bad about them. I mean, we all do have our moments, and hmm, uh, give me some time to think about that. I would have to really think about that. What the worst thing about their company is, or but what our company is. But yeah, that's something I have to think about. Never really looked into it too much. I usually, like to keep everything on the positive side, so I don't usually try to look into the negative side too much anyway. So I mean, that's just the way it is. But hey, fire some other questions towards me, and we'll try and answer some other questions, right? I don't know if you are you trying to get on with our company, or are you interested in working for our company, or and does your company hire out of province? Yes, indeed they do. Yes, indeed they do. They they have terminals in several different provinces, so we do definitely hire out of province. And there's also owner operators that, well, most of our drivers or trucks out there are owner operators anyways. So even the owner operators, I know the guy that I used to work for, he would hire people. I know at one time he had a guy out of BC, and I mean we live up here in Steinbach, right? So I do know that they do hire drivers from other provinces, and I do know that we have a terminal up there in Toronto, and I mean we got a couple of day cabs over there, and there's actually a couple of long haul drivers out there as well. And we got a few more comments here. On my way to New York City, hey? Wow, I've never been in New York City yet. I hope I never have to go either. If you guys see, I'm looking down at the phone so that way I don't have to get close up to the computer and you just see my face in the camera, right? So I'm reading the comments on my phone here. How are East? I'm not understanding what your question is. How are East? Not sure what your question is. When it comes time for a new truck, what would you buy and choose for engine and transmission, auto or manual? I would definitely want to go with a manual transmission. I like a manual transmission. And if I had a choice, I would try to go with a Cummins ISX engine because that's what I have in this truck and my Volvo that I have right now. So that's the type of engine that I would want to go with. And I would probably want to stick with Volvo because they got a very nice design from the inside, like the inside cab, like a 780 cab, like I have on my truck right now. It's a very nice design, and I really enjoy like having the table set up, and that way I can sit there and edit my videos for you guys or do my paperwork or have a bite to eat or whatever I like, and then I like to sleep upstairs, and they have a lot of cabinet space and stuff like that. So I really do enjoy the Volvo. If I ever were to go buy a new truck, I'd probably stick with Volvo. But I heard that on the Volvo trucks, you can't really get them with Cummins engines unless you custom order them. But that would be okay, you know. I mean, I would have no problem just going out there and custom order a truck like that if I ever was. I'm not sure that I ever would, especially with the way all these afterburners and stuff like that, the DEF and all that is I don't know if I would want to go out there and buy a new truck because of all the problems that they're having and stuff like that. All right, I missed one comment here. Why, if you're Bolivian, your accent seems Russian? Because I am German. That's probably why you hear a Russian type of accent in there. What what all cameras you use? Well, basically, right now I'm using the laptop's camera that is built into the laptop, and it only records up to 720. And other than that, I have the GoPro 4 Plus edition or Black edition or whatever you want to call it. And I also do use the GoPro 3 Black edition. And the 3 Black edition is usually the one where you would see me from an angle like usually the one that I have on the top there, and it looks down at me. And I usually use the 4 to look out of the window, or if I'm meeting up with somebody or stuff like that, I would usually use the GoPro 4 to record that. And yeah, that's usually, I mean, I am kind of looking into getting a new camera, but I really do like the Canon G7X. But the only downside, or there's two downsides that I've heard about those cameras, and that is one of them, they don't have a microphone plug-in. So that's really a bad disappointment for me. Other than that, it's a great all the way around camera, but I would love to get it, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. Maybe hopefully in the near future they will build a microphone plug into it, so that way I can use my professional mic that I got. And you might be able to see it there in the background there, sitting on my printer there. It's actually that's my mic that I use for my GoPro. And I have a dead cat on to put over the cover on for the microphone there. So then it blocks all the wind noise and stuff, you know. So that's basically why I would want to use a mic, because if I'm outside and I'm recording, like for instance when I was there at the truck show, you know, it was really windy, and it's almost a must-have a microphone like that with the dead cat on it, so it blocks all the wind noise, you know. But yeah, I mean, if you guys know of any really good camera that has a microphone plug into it, then I let me know. You know, let me don't know in the description, or I mean in the comments box there down below, so that way I can go check it out. Because I am kind of looking into getting a new camera here in the near future, and I've gotten a few comments where, like for instance, if I'm in a darker situation, the GoPro doesn't do very good in low light situations. So I'm kind of looking for a camera that does really well in low light situations, and it has a microphone plug. And the Canon GX7 there, the 7 apparently has a bit of a clicking noise if you are in a really quiet environment. When you turn the lens, it has a little bit of a clicking noise, and the mic apparently picks that up. Don't really like that either. And mean eater in 13 years, low. Wow. How far east have I gone? I have gone up to Quebec City. That's as far east as I have ever gone. I've never gone further than that. I like my T680. I believe that. I've seen a T680 too, and those are very, very nice. Nice trucks, I believe, as well. I got a Nikon for myself. I know I saw the picture the other day. You sent it to me. Just meant to ask you, what kind of Nikon is it? And I know it's a DSLR type of camera. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind having a camera like that either. Those are very, very nice professional cameras. And that's a great setup for me too if I'm just doing just sitting down somewhere and doing a recording, or if I'm interviewing somebody or meeting up with somebody or something like that, that would be a great option to have. But I'm more looking more for a camera that's a bit more compact, and that I can actually use in my truck for when I'm driving down the road, or you know, that would be a little easier to carry outside around. Like if, let's say, if I'm at the truck show or I'm walking around on the truck stop or something like that, it would be a little easier to carry, you know, like a DSLR, like a Nikon or something like that, like the Nikon 7100. I used to like that one a lot, or had a very good interest in that camera. And it's a little bulky and a little heavy to be carrying around. So how does your wife feel about you being gone all on the road? Well, I think that's a self-explanatory question or answer or whatever you want to say. I think no women that want to have their man around their house or get married to you really like you being gone, right? That's just the way it is. Nobody really wants their man to be gone all the time. You know, they like to have the security of the man being around, especially for at night. And that's basically why you get married, right? That's to have a family and to get to enjoy each other's company and love each other and all that stuff, right? So it's she don't like it, but it's my way of making money, and we have a lot of that right now. So pretty much have to do it right now. So, but eventually, hopefully, in the future, maybe a couple of years down the road, maybe I can downgrade maybe to some short haul or maybe some local stuff, so that way I can be home every night, and that would be awesome. Yeah, I just used the one GoPro to carry around. Yes, yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's a good idea too, like even if I got me a different camera, I could still use the GoPro, right? I mean to be carrying outside and stuff like that, but it's only good when it's daylight, right? So I would want, like, I'm kind of looking for something that I can carry around outside and stuff like that, and at the same time I could use it in low light situations. Like a lot of times we're in the evening somewhere and the GoPro is terrible for in the evening. I mean, if you watch that concert that I recorded there from Savannah Rose there, I mean it was not very good quality for at night. How do you get your loads, contracts, or brokers? Hey, yeah, my Spanish isn't the greatest, but I can read a little bit. I ain't gonna brag about it, but my dispatcher basically gets the load, so I don't really have to do anything with that. So they work on getting the load. So that's my benefit, I guess. That's the way it works. I mean, our dispatchers are the ones that look out or search around for loads. Tripod for okay, yeah, I do have a tripod as well. I mean, mine is not a very sturdy tripod. Mine is just a cheap Walmart type of tripod, so it's not a tripod. I don't think that tripod would be able to withstand a DSLR type of camera. That would probably be a little too heavy for it. What's your worst experience? What's your worst experience as a truck driver? Hmm. My worst experience, I guess I could say, is a while back. It's been a long time ago, a couple of years ago, probably already, when a I had actually just gotten my truck not long, when this happened, and it was another truck driver had backed into my truck, and I was inside in the restaurant eating dinner, and the guy had just taken off. So that was basically my worst experience in the trucking so far. Just trying to adjust my mic a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much, but I actually use this mic that you see right up here. That's the one that I'm using to record right now. So that way it's a little bit better quality in audio, I think. I have a special needs. Nice. That's great, sir. How you included your Yes, I do. I do enjoy having my family in my videos, but my wife, I think, just got up and she got my daughter. So I think they might be joining us here in a few minutes. And oh, I know GoPro sucks at night. Plenty vlogs that prove that. Hopefully my old Sony be fixed soon, and then I'll get good night shots. Okay, so you're using a Sony. Okay. Galaxy S6 at night when I really need it at night. Clear too. All right, so that's awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, I have this well, iPhone 6s Plus, and I was trying it the other day at night and for video recording, and it doesn't seem to be doing a very good job. I mean, I've seen other cameras out there that done a way better job than that, but yeah, with MOT or DOT. I can't really say that I've had a very bad experience with DOT. I've had one time where it was sort of my mistake, or what do you want to call it. It was basically my screw up. I screwed something up, and I'll tell you the story a little bit and what happened. And what happened was I went to Pennsylvania, delivered a load up there, and dispatch said, well, we don't have anything out of there, but we do have a load out of Toronto. And so they sent me just bobtailing back to Toronto. And so I came across the border there by Buffalo, New York, and I went there in that QEW there, and there's that one scale that's a bigger one. There's a couple of scales out there, but there's that one scale up there. It's a bit of a bigger one there. And it was at night. I was coming through there just bobtail, and I had just recently gotten one of my springs replaced on my steering tire, and so my truck was leaning a little bit. I guess, yeah, I think it was the driver's side that had replaced, so it was leaning a little bit down on the passenger side, I believe, because one was a new spring, it's a little stiffer, so and the other one is worn out, so it was hanging a little bit. And so what was happening was that the DOT, well, let me put it this way. I came into a DOT scale, and there was a guy that was behind me, right? And he had a headlight out. So I was, keeping a close eye on him, and I didn't think they were going to pull me in, right? Because nothing wrong with my truck. I'm just bobtailing, right? And so I was looking in the mirror and trying to see what they were going to do with the other guy, right? I was thinking that they're going to pull him in, right? But didn't realize that just after I had gotten off the plate, they had actually put the red light on for me. Didn't realize that they had actually put it on for me. And so I saw it at the last minute. I stopped, and they were giving me all kinds of shit for that, and they were trying to figure out what kind of tickets they could give me and all that. He was threatening me like, oh, that's a $400 ticket because I didn't stop right away when they got the red light on and all this and that. And he was asking me like, where did I eat last and stuff like that. And so I told him where I ate last, and he said, well, where's the receipt? And I'd never keep those receipts because I have no use for them. And so then he was threatening me with giving me a $400 ticket for that and stuff like that. And then I just said, well, if you want to be that way, then I turned all my lights on in my truck because it was evening. And I actually do have a video on it on my channel here as well. It was not last year, it was the year before, I believe it happened. And I talked about, I think I titled it The Power of the Camera or something like that. And so then what I did is I turned on my GoPro, and I said, if you want to be like this, then we'll record this for court purposes. And as soon as I did that, the guy was there with the lady DOT. So the lady DOT said to the guy, because he was standing on the steps of my, on my Volvo, looking, into my cab, talking to me, right? So then the lady said, let me talk to him. So then as soon as, I turned on the camera, the whole attitude changed. I mean, it was a complete 180 degree different. Then the lady stepped onto the step, the guy stepped down, and she was very nice. She said, you know, can I see your paperwork and your bills of lading and stuff like that? There was no more of this bad attitude about threatening to give me all kinds of tickets and stuff like that. And after that, it completely turned around. We walked back into the scale to check all my logbook and all that. And I just set my camera on their little table there and pretended I had it turned on. I didn't even have it turned on, and I walked out of there with no tickets, no violations, no warnings, nothing. So that just goes to show you that sometimes they like to flex their power a little bit too. But that's been the only bad experience that I've ever had. I mean, it didn't turn out to be a bad day or whatever, but that was my bad experience with DOT basically. That's but I've met very nice DOT, especially here at Rosal. At the Rosal border, we sometimes have DOT sitting there, and they're very nice. I mean, it's all about your attitude generally too, right? If you going to throw an attitude at them, they're probably going to throw an attitude back at you, right? I mean, that's just simple as that, you know. That's the way it goes. But let's see what else we have here for comments. You come to Washington State? Yes, I have. Yep, I've been in Washington State. Matter of fact, I believe last year in August we were in Washington. In Seattle, we were in Seattle, Washington for a YouTuber gathering and vlogger fair. That's what it's called. That's where we were last year in August. So yes, I have been there. Hey, Rudi from Kentucky. Hey, I see you made it in. Earlier you were saying you weren't going to make it in. That's nice. Terry, you have made it in. I appreciate it. Hey, Big Jerry, good to see you in here. I know I texted you earlier too that we were going to do a live show. That's awesome that you finally tuned in. How you feel about drivers cheating on their logbooks? Hello to you, your wife back there. Yes, yeah, she is back there. She brought in the daughter. So, yeah, I think she's going to come back here in a few minutes and then she'll probably join in a little bit. Um, I don't really like it when people are cheating on their logbook, but I mean, there is so many exemptions out there and stuff like that to be able to like, let's say if you're stuck at the customer and you know, we all know how it goes, right? You sometimes get stuck at the customer getting unloaded and you go over your 14. Well, there is exemptions out there to be going to a safe haven, which is considered the next available truck stop, right? So you don't really have to cheat on your logbook in that regard. I don't really like it when people cheat on their logbook, because that basically just screws it up for the rest of us. And when the DOT catches you when you cheat on your logbook, it basically makes the rest of us look bad, you know. Like if we come to a scale now, the DOT is going to say, well, all of our, you know, a lot of these drivers are cheating on their logbooks, you know. But I don't think that's going to happen very much longer anymore, anyways, because even our company, they are training people right now already to be on electronic logs. So it looks like we are going to be on electronic logs here in a very near future. And rumor has it that Penrith is going to have electronic log by the end of this year, early January. They want everybody to be on electronic logs. So it ain't going to happen too much longer. And I know by end of next year on 2017, I believe it's December 10th, is when it sounds like everybody's going to be required to have electronic logs unless you have a truck that's older than 2000. So yes, that's how it is. Finally made it. Was studying for the permit. Oh, all right. Anthony, how's it going, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a good while. I know we've been on Zello a few times, but yeah, it's nice to see you in here. I worked out for... Okay. Would your company hire from, I believe NB is New Brunswick, right? Huh? And NB is New Brunswick, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what? Actually, I don't know if they would or not. You could always find out, man. It's basically ask, right? They always say asking is for free, right? So I mean, just ask them and find out. You might have to find an owner operator that would be willing to hire you. Don't know if they would be able to get you back very often though, because we don't have a lot of loads that go to New Brunswick or Nova Scotia and all that stuff. So it'd be kind of hard to get back home. I'm sure they would hire you, but it'd just be a bit difficult to get back home. I'm pretty sure, right? Doing good. Been busy lately. I leave Tuesday for school. All right, it's awesome. Where? Tell us where do you go to school again? I forgot. I know you were going to go to truck school. Wasn't it Schneider you're going to go with or something like that? I forgot exactly, but anyways, you want to join in too? No? Okay. Yeah, anyways, you guys have any more questions for me? Then go ahead and fire them at me. If not, then looks like we've been on for 51 minutes already, so we're going to get out of here pretty soon then if you guys don't have any more questions. But looks like the sun is starting to come out now. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. If you had a second choice career, what would it be? I have lots. All right. Yeah, that's fine. If you have lots of questions, that's awesome. That's what we like. That's what we're here for. That's basically why we call it Q&A, right? So that way you can ask any questions that you guys want. My second career would be and maybe you haven't been at my channel for very long, but I've told this before, but I love carpentry work. I built windows and doors for many years. I've been a carpenter since I started working. So that would be probably something I would really enjoy doing again. And I worked here at Lowen Windows here in Steinbach for almost 7 years. So it was a month less than 7 years till 2008 when the economy crashed. So uh, pretty much everybody was starting to get laid off left and right, and that's when I got into the trucking industry. But that would probably be my choice of work probably because that's something I really enjoy. I've also built houses in South America, like actual go out. We went into cattle ranches and stuff like that. And we built houses up there for the workers and stuff. So that was awesome. I miss trucking after 22 years of driving. Yes, that's what you were saying the other day that you were forced to retire because of health reasons, right? What was the history of your people when did they to South America? My wife is German also. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no, I never really looked into too much what our history is from moving to South America. Uh, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, uh, my mom's grandma and grandpa were, I believe, from Russia or something like that, and then they moved to Canada at one point, I believe. And then my mom's parents moved to Bolivia, and then after that they moved to Paraguay for a little while, and then they moved back to Bolivia. So that's kind of a little bit of the history that, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on it, I could be wrong on that. uh, I've never really looked into it too much because see, my parents, when they got married, they moved to Paraguay. So we didn't really have a lot of communications with my grandparents and family members and stuff, because a lot of my family members, they lived in Bolivia and still do. And so we grew up in Paraguay, not having too many family members around, so we didn't really get the chance to ask some of those questions or hear these stories from what they all went through and stuff like that. And now my grandparents have all passed away, so I no longer have the opportunity to talk to them and ask them questions, right? So that's the history, right? And is your wife Low German or High German? I was going third party school, tons of companies. Okay. Do you prefer okay, Big Jerry, you're asking about double clutching or single clutching. Floating gears. Yeah, that's what you were talking. I was trying to figure out what that was, what the word was meaning. So because I'm not originally English, I didn't go really to school for English or not like that. Most of the reading and writing, what I do is basically the self-taught. So sometimes it's a little hard for me to read it, but I like floating gears better. Don't really care for double clutching. I've never been a double clutcher, and and so it's kind of hard for me to do double clutching. But good show. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon with your family. Well, thank you, Larry. I definitely will do that. Uh, I am in about 1 hour from now. I will be going to play some volleyball anyway. So, but yeah, we are planning on going out tomorrow again. So we do have some very interesting videos coming up here this week. Tomorrow we got a video where we're meeting up with a subscriber of mine, or there's a husband and wife. But yeah, we met up with them one time before, but we are meeting up with them again tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we do have a very special guest on our show. For those of you that have been following me on Facebook and Twitter, you would have already seen it, who we are meeting up with on Wednesday. But that video is coming out on Wednesday, and I think it turned out awesome. It's also a YouTuber, I'll give you that much. And he's got a good number of subscribers, a lot more than I have. And so he's pretty famous out there on YouTube as well. So I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna get to enjoy watching that as well. So let's see what else we got here for questions. Did you hear about DOT becoming electronic when it comes to the medical card? Yes, I did hear about that. Mr. Sinister was talking about it in his video the other day. I was watching that video myself. So yeah, I heard about that. I mean, up here in Canada, it's completely different with the DOT medical anyways than what it is in the US. So it's a totally different system. We don't have to carry a card or a medical card or anything like that. So it's totally different. We have to get a medical done. If we're younger, we can do it every 5 years. Once we get older, I think we got to do it every 2 years or something like that, or every 3 years. But I am still on the 5 year term. I think mine should be coming up here soon too, probably in the next year or two. But yeah, I heard about that they're coming into an electronic age. But it's with everything, right? Everything is going into electronic, right? I had a RCMP in Calgary help me out. Oh wow, that's awesome. Wants to help me get unstuck on a ramp. Nice guy. Yeah, see, there you go. That's right. Yes, you have guessed it, who we're going to have on the show, but don't say it too loud yet. Yeah, no, definitely. That there is definitely a lot of nice police and DOT officers out there. That's for sure. I mean, my hat goes off to them. They got just as a hard of a job as we have as truck drivers. I mean, maybe they even have a tougher job. Because they deal with violent people every single day. A lot of them, especially in big cities, and that's never an easy thing, right? And for us truckers, it's not safe out there all the time either. Sometimes we go into a bit hairy situations. But most of the times trucking is pretty safe. But there is a few places where it's been a bit scary for me too. But 121 subscribers on my channel. I'm on a roll. There you go, Eric. That's awesome. I remember being there too. It takes some hard work getting noticed out there on YouTube and getting subscribers. I mean, that's why I always say I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and it means a lot to me. You guys subscribing to me and sharing the videos with your friends and family, or talking to your friends and family about my channel and stuff like that, or sharing it on your social media sites. Because that's a big help to me. That's how people find out about me, and so I appreciate that if you guys do that for me, because Without you guys, my channel wouldn't go nowhere, right? That's just the way it is. Good show, my friend. Have to run to Walmart. Please get all right, Big Jerry. We'll see you next time. Hopefully you will get better there too. I know you've been struggling, especially for the last year with your cancer situation and all that. So hopefully you will get healthy soon too. I had lunch with him also. He's a good and short man. Yes, indeed, that's correct. You have a beautiful family, Rudy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Have a blessed day, Rudy, and good show. All right, guys. I guess we are gonna get out of here then too. I've seen we got on average here about 20 to 22 people watching this live show today. So for all of you guys that have been able to make it in, I appreciate that. And we will get out of here in a few. Yeah, Jerry Ott did an announcement video look like he used your truck. I recognize your setup in the background. Yeah, that's right. Was at 56 for 3 years. So Jack did the shout out. All right. My first video was a hit. There you go. Cool. All right, Big Eric and everybody. Maybe Big Eric, maybe one day you can, or Big Eric, Eric, maybe Trucker Eric, maybe one day you can do a live show. Would be awesome to see you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and we will get out of here. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in today, and I wish you guys all a good Sunday, and we will catch you on the next one. Trucker Rudy signing out.